Greetings, everybody. Hope you all are doing well and ready to expand your vocabulary with some new words. And this is lesson 6 of our advanced English vocabulary class. Let's move towards our first word. Our first word is superfluity. Superfluity is basically a noun and it means an unnecessary or excessively large amount or number of something. Surplus of anything, excess of anything, or plethora of anything is known as superfluity. You can memorize this word by dividing it into super, full, tea. Superfluity, super, full, tea. After we ate super, again drinking full cup of a tea is unnecessary and excess amount. This means that tea would be considered superfluity over the supper. The examples are we have a superfluity of mangoes in our store. This means that we have a plethora of mangoes or surplus mangoes in our store. There is a superfluity of raw wool in this country. This means this country have excess wool or plethora of wool. The next word is chide. Chide basically means to scold or reprimand severely or angrily. To scold anybody, to chastise or rebuke anybody or admonish anybody angrily is known as chide. Chide, to memorize this, you can make a hint childish. People get angry at childish behavior. When you behave childish, they scold you, they rebuke you, they chide you. The examples are my mom chided me for my laziness. This means that my mom, she scolded me for my lazy behavior, for my not performing my work on time. So she chided me, she rebuked me. She didn't chide me for calling early. This means that she don't mind if I call her early and she don't scolds me. Our next word is decry. Decry means to express strong disapproval of, to denounce, or to criticize. To memorize this word, you can make a hint decry, deny plus cry. If a child denies something, it will cry to show disapproval. This means that he will cry to denounce or to criticize or to disapprove anything, so he will decry. Aunt decries her for dyeing her hair brown. The aunt, she basically criticizes her for her brown dye, or she condemns her or denounces her brown dye. Animal activists decry this practice as unfair treatment of animals. This means that animal activists, they basically consider the practices of animals that harm them or that hurt them as wrong, unfair treatment of animals. So they basically denounce or decry that practice. Our next word is dissent. Dissent is basically a noun and it means the holding or expression of opinions at variance with those commonly or officially held. A disagreement or an argument or a dispute is basically dissent. If you hold a difference of opinion, this is basically dissent. To memorize this word, dissent, discussion, and most of the ants discussion involves giving lots of opinions on our life. This means they disapprove or they have a dispute with our ways of life, so they give their own opinions. The examples are she was very strong in her dissent. This means that she was very strong on her difference of opinion. Let the other party leaders get paranoid about the internal dissents or disappointments. The next word is hostile. Hostile is an adjective and it means showing or feeling opposition or dislike. Unfriendly or aggressive behavior or antagonistic behavior is basically an hostile behavior. The hint is hostile, hostile. In hostel, some students would behave unfriendly. Some students, they would have an aggressive behavior, so they will be hostile. The examples are her hostile welcome made me feel unhappy due to her antagonistic or aggressive or unfriendly way of welcoming, I felt unhappy. The next example is the camel is specially adapted to its hostile desert habitat. As you all know that the desert environment is very harsh, very aggressive. So the camels, they have the capacity or the ability or the capability to cope with that harsh environment. That's all for today. Hope we will meet in our next video. So bye.